So it started with a conversation. It was a conversation between Sir David Martin Foundation and Mission Australia as to how we can help more young people. How can we do more? And it was always a consideration that we could simply help Triple Care Farm expand, put a few more beds in a new accommodation block.
We're getting upwards of 30 phone calls a day from families and young people wanting support from treatment, and we have 100 places in a year.
And so the foundation worked in partnership with Mission to bring online all the stakeholders necessary to make something so novel a reality. So our role was to engage with government, to engage with philanthropic investors who shared our vision of a service that helped young people escape addiction before their lives really went off track. And over the course of 3 years, from the first conversation in 2013, we were able to raise the money, bring all those stakeholders on board and make sure there was a service that really helped break that cycle of addiction for young people.
So we looked at what was missing in the service sector for young people. What is the impediment for a young person to get into treatment? And what we found was there was no youth-specific withdrawal service for young people 16 to 24. What was available was frightening and inappropriate. What was available didn't respond to their needs and didn't support them to make any change, in fact frightened them and made them drop out of treatment. So we looked at what can we do?
So Sir David Martin Foundation has partnered with Mission Australia from day one, and we have a shared vision on helping young people with escape addiction. And the Foundation's role has been to galvanise community support, both amongst philanthropic investors and also at government, with a shared vision of creating a place where young people can escape addiction earlier. The thing I'm most excited about with David Martin Place is there was a young man I met about 4 years ago who talked to me about how many times he'd tried to escape addiction and not had the support he needed, and as a result his life had fallen to pieces and he ended at Triple Care Farm, and thankfully he was rebuilding his life piece by piece. But if he'd had the right intervention earlier, he would never have got into that state. The thing that excites me most is there are a lot of people like that who are going to have the support they need to escape addiction so much earlier.
So a young lady had rung, they'd been on the waiting list to get into the program for quite some time, and they were feeling really quite desperate about what was happening for them, and had rung to say, is there any chance? And so I said, give me 10 minutes and I'll see where we're up to. And we were able to accommodate her at David Martin Place the next day, and her response was that she broke down into tears and said that if it wasn't for this opportunity, she wasn't planning on sticking around.